Check on the YouTube.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it.
Should be in a few seconds there.
You got it.
Going across.
Hey, Dr. Paul, Big B.
Hey,
What's up,
Wayne?
buddy? How you doing, Wayne?
All right.
Very good. How you all doing?
All right, man.
Good,
Doing well.
good.
Doing well.
Everything's
As usual.
Hey, hump day.
What's up,
Big
Cynthia?
B, is it on there?
Hey, yeah, man. Not yet. Not yet.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
I'm gonna be leaving you because I'm going to my bass teacher's concert, Victor Woods. So I just want to say
Okay. All right. Well, hey, it's always a pleasure to see you.
All right, we're hot day.
and I
You
just
know
want
that.
to make sure y'all
Big B,
get
you up there yet?
Yeah, we're hot now, Dr. P.
Okay, it's hot. Okay, got it.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna bring everybody in. We're gonna bring it in and get it started. Waited too long. All right, got it. We're gonna get the here. All right, I want to welcome everyone to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Hey.
Yeah.
Come on, put your hands.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's
Hey,
up.
don't be looking like grandma, like a bump on the lawn.
Yay!
No, man, we got no logs around here,
We
man.
ain't got no lawn.
Wednesday.
You know it's a tree. Don't be a bump on the tree.
I know,
Come
that's
on,
right,
put your
boy.
hands together.
Yo.
No bumps on the lawn.
No bumps on the
No
log,
bumps on
y'all.
the log. You can get around the tree, but don't be a bump on the log. All right.
Better know it.
I want to welcome everyone. This is the family tree. I'm glad everybody coming in today. I'm glad I showed up today.
Yeah, man.
I had to go pick up the wifey. You know, that was it. Stuck in traffic, of course. You
Yep.
know, so what a better time to do it than the present. So I thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. We're going to get started. And Big B,
Yo,
without
buddy.
further ado, let's give Big B a hand over
Yeah.
Big B.
Yes. That's what's up.
Yes, Prophetess in the house.
Fingers is in the house. Yeah.
Gonna be taking over today.
Hey.
All right.
Man, y'all too happy for me. I can't take it.
All right, as we get it, I'm going to bring down the tone and the sound.
All right.
And we're going to get started on the family tree this evening.
Yeah,
I'm going to
man.
stop sharing up here, Big B, and we are running
All right,
live
buddy, in the
and
house, set and
live
ready.
on YouTube. So I want to thank everyone for coming in this evening. And let me go here. And with that, I want to thank everyone for doing whatever you have to do. I want to thank you so much for coming through. We want to definitely first, get started with, if you are for the very first time joining us, look down at the very bottom. You know, we could be a part of this conversation this evening.
I know
because
that's right.
This is about the family tree. We gather around the tree because the tree is where it's all about. We call
That's
that
right.
the real Social Security.
That's
What's your
right.
Social Security? It's not a check, it's your family.
That's
So,
right. That's
This
right.
is the concept, the ancient laurel concept of gathering around these things called the laurel trees. And those laurel trees were ancient times when we got around. And guess what we did? We started to pray. We started to get together, network. Big B, we did about everything. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
And
Yeah,
from
buddy.
that, we got together and we solved problems. So that's why we invite you today. Bring your questions, your concerns, your comments, anything you want to talk about, all about holistic health. And you can join us with the reaction bar right down at the bottom. Click your reaction bar and you can join the conversation. Hit it and you can raise your hand like Big B over there. I know Big B usually raises his hand up there.
It's
And
up. It's up.
It's up. He got to raise his hand and then we'll try to get to your question.
There
We
you go.
can't get to everybody, but hey, you got to get yourself here early, get yourself on that thing and click it. If you are someone that missed it by whatever reason, when you're calling in by phone, I would say definitely let us know you're calling by phone so we can make sure that we get your question. If you are someone that says, hey, I don't want to get on screen. I don't want nobody to see me. I don't even want nobody to hear me. Guess
Well,
what? You can go in and just get in the area right where you can hit the chat box, and Prophetess over there will field your questions and bring it on in, and we'll try to get to you. All right. So, like I said, we can start to do these things and keep pushing forward. And Lisa, go upstairs. Yeah, you gotta go upstairs. Make sure that you are definitely doing the things that you got to do. We're going to make it happen today. So, without further ado, we're going to get started. And Big B, you know what? I always talk about, the things of testimonies. But, testimony is a good thing.
yes,
But
sir,
before
buddy.
we go in to talk about the testimonies, you are a bang last week, brother. You knocked us out of sock, man, with your story and your testimony. I want to thank you again, and we are so glad to see you back, y'all. Hey, we glad to see him back, y'all.
Yo, Dr. P, look, I'm
Yes.
glad to see me
Yes,
too,
sir.
man. What you
Yes,
talking
sir.
about?
Yes, sir. All right, we're so glad to see you back. And with that, I want to say we're going to get started. But before we do that, Big B, you got some things you want to talk about in the news. Give them our notes for what's happening in the world around us. All right?
Man, look, let me just say this. And our very favorite website is running a little tad behind, but I'll give you what I got. How about that? The current facts up to date is total confirmed cases of our favorite disease these days is quick facts total confirmed cases 695,367,480. Total critical cases 7,248. Total deceased 6,915,957. Total active cases 63,244,112. And total recovered mental health moment 626,839,364. They can't get to us, family, because we just too hot for them. What can I tell you?
All right, Big B. I think that was a goodie, man. It seems that things are getting better. People are doing the things they have to do so they can, we're just a lot smarter. I think the people are more aware. And I tell you, the people that come through my office, they're really prepared for, they know a little something about some holistic health, man.
Yeah.
And Big B, let me tell you, man, in the last couple of weeks, I done had some allopathic doctors calling me up, bro.
Look out now. Look out, man.
Yeah, allopathic doctors are calling and knocking me on the door saying, "Can you come in and speak to the medical staff over here at such and such university?" So I've been getting those invitations. Why? Because people know
that's what's up.
It's
I'm
only
glad to hear
life
that.
begets life. Only life can give you life. And finally, people are catching up. And now with that, you feed the body, and the body corrects itself 11 times faster. They know that something's not right when you're taking medication all your life and it ain't working.
Yes, sir, buddy.
That's why we talk about everything here today. So we're going to get started. And with that, we always start off with testimonies. We start off with testimonies with anybody on their heart and mind. We say a testimony goes a long way. And from that, if you set one person's testimony can set 1,000 to flight. Two shall set 10,000 to flight.
Yes,
so yes. Let's keep this thing moving, right?
I have one.
So I want to open up the floor before we can hit the door open. Somebody busting the door open.
That's me.
Was that you, Cricket?
Yes,
that
sir.
You, Cricket, busting the door
Yes.
open? All right.
Cricket, I ain't taking no stuff. I got one. Come on in.
Bust the door open, Cricket. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to try to be as expedient as I can.
No, take your time. Take your time.
Okay. So first of all, I want to thank you for this forum and what you've been doing and giving us all this wonderful information about our health, Dr. Paul, and for your sidekick, Brother Bill, 1L Morgan, as well.
That's right.
So
appreciate that.
So one of my sisters was not feeling too well. So she asked me to accompany her for her doctor's appointment. So I went with her and she was really slowing down, not feeling good, just walking slow. And I could see that she was, struggling. I said, "What's going on?" She said, "I can't hardly breathe. I don't know what's going on." So it was in the doctor's office. So of course the preliminary, that's the associate, usually come in and take the vitals, your temperature, your blood pressure, and all that kind of thing. So they took her blood pressure. And the reading was 87 over
Ooh.
58.
Ooh.
Mm.
And I'm like,
Lord.
oh, that's low. That's like whatever. That's low. So I'm just sitting there and looking at my sister, and then the doctor comes in, and I says to the doctor, I said, doctor, I'm kind of concerned about the blood pressure readings that I've just heard on my sister, 87, 58. I said, isn't that low? Isn't that kind of like really? And so she took the blood pressure over again, and it was reading like that. She says, oh my goodness.
Mm.
She said, oh my goodness. She said, the blood pressure medicine that you are taking, don't take any more of it.
Mm.
She didn't say, I'm going to take some more and then we're going to wean you off. She said, don't take any more.
Mhm.
And so with that being said, that's how I know for a fact that you have to take control of your personal control
Yes.
over your health,
Yes.
because the doctors, they'll put you on the medication and then they don't follow you. So as you, because she did lose some weight. So as you lose weight and you do other things, if they don't recheck you for that medication that they give you for that situation, it could be detrimental, because she was
Amen.
walking on slow motion.
Mhm.
She could have just went to sleep and never woke up
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because her pressure was that
absolutely.
low.
Yeah.
It was that low. And that's what the doctor was saying. She said, yes, that was very much of a concern. But
Yeah.
when you just taking medicine, you just taking it and you never even think about, let me check and see what is this doing to me, or read up on it, you can do yourself a lot of hurt. So
Yeah.
I thank you for this forum. So I share it with my friends and my neighbors and my family about, what you say and stuff like that. And
Excellent,
for
excellent.
me, I surely have took a hold of some of the things, because my sister,
Excellent.
she won't eat meat before 12 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
And she
all right.
and she won't eat fruit after 12 o'clock. She even take out raisins. I'm like, what? What are you doing? What's that on your plate? A little pile of raisins. Because no, I can't eat that now. So it has helped me. So, and I've been doing good. I have decreased in my size as well. And I'm gonna keep on going. So by the time you all see me, because you really haven't seen me, because I'll be behind the camera with my bitches.
Yes, you do.
Wow.
Yes,
They
you
just
do.
don't get too cute on us now.
Right. So
well,
and that's my
thank you.
story, and that's my testimony for the
All
day.
right,
On behalf of my
everyone,
sister.
All right.
God be
Absolutely.
praised.
Everyone come off of mute and let's give Cricket a hand.
That's right. That's appreciate you, Cricket. That's what's up.
Congratulations, Cricket.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
And because
Thank you.
you're a great testimony and you're an ambassador of health, that you can actually share this information with your family. So it is greatly appreciated. And not only is it helping you, but it's helping your family and the extended. It always, you say, each one teach one, stand on the
Yes.
shoulders of others. So thank you so much, Cricket, for spreading the word and keeping it going, right? For your family. All right. Great stuff. Great stuff. All right, Big B. Anybody else we have over there? Anybody want to open up the door? Anybody else got a testimony? Anything on their heart and their mind? This is the time to open
Who's
it up.
that? Who's that?
Yvette B.
Yvette. All right,
Hey,
Yvette,
Yvette,
go right
how you
ahead.
doing?
Dr. Paul and Big Bill, thank you for
Yes.
all you do. I appreciate y'all. I lost 23 pounds.
All right.
Well, you go ahead now. You go ahead now.
And
You
it's
gotta
all because of you, Dr. Paul. And I was a cake, pie, candy eater every day. I stopped. I just went cold turkey
You mean
because
cold veggie?
cold veggie. I'm trying to learn how to be a vegetarian, but I get a little discouraged because I don't know how to cook veggies.
Hey, that's all right. You got to start somewhere. Yvette.
So
I got
the
you.
refined sugars, and then you gave me hope, and I was like, I can revitalize my pancreas if I do the right things.
Mhm.
I was a cheese eating person. I ate cheese every day, all day long. And I didn't think I could ever stop because there's some kind of, it's like cocaine, it's addictive. And I know there's something in there that made me want to eat it. And when I ate it, I just felt like it just gave me an uplift. But now I see it works against my digestive system. I have reflux. I went cold turkey with not all the way. I don't eat cheese as much as I used to.
Mhm. Okay.
So
Mhm.
my health has improved. I was at work, everybody was hot. The kids, the teachers, the men, the women, I was comfortable. You know why? Because I have my green drink every morning.
Well, you go in now. Yeah.
Well,
Green
mhm.
drink keeps me balanced. I had an interview today. I was really tired at the end of the workday, but then I had an interview at the end of the workday. You know what I drank? My green drink.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Mm.
it just opens my mind and my body, just like it's an uplift. It's the
Yes.
energy. And I didn't realize how important it is to drink that green drink. I only drink it once a day. When I wake up in the morning, that's what I drink.
Excellent.
It gets
Excellent.
my morning started. I just want to thank you for everything. I'm sharing this with other people. I'm trying to tell them about the green drink. And so hopefully we have some people who will try it, because it really has helped me in my life.
Well,
Great,
thank you
wonderful,
so
wonderful.
much, Yvette. Let's
Yeah,
give
Yvette,
Yvette
let's
a
put a shot.
hand.
Yes,
Everybody
indeed.
come off the mute. Let's give
Yes,
her
yes,
a
yes,
big
yes.
old
We're
hug.
glad to have
Congratulations for
wonderful.
sure.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It's so awesome.
Congratulations.
So awesome.
Congratulations.
Kudos to
Hey,
That's
you.
what
Yvette,
I'm talking about.
you
That's
know,
right.
thank you
Well,
so
Awesome.
much.
the good work.
You know, it's
Thank
when you
you.
apply the principle. That's the key. You know, you're
Congratulations.
raising the alkalinity. And that's when we say the greatest sources of hydrogen on the planet are land and sea. So you're
yes.
going to find it in the green drink. That's why
Mhm.
we, you know, when putting this together, I take no credit. I say God divine, Big B.
Mhm.
God divine. I said, I prayed on and said, what do we need for such a time as this? And you know, God makes it a way that we understand and gives us understanding clarity. We have to start to raise our pH, man. That's what it's all about. When you raise
Yes.
that pH, you start to get the body in, clicking on all cylinders. Now your white and red blood cells start to function and flow. And guess what? Your body starts to resonate at another frequency. That means
Mhm.
higher thought, higher presentation, higher prayers. Big B, you might get a prayer through, bro. You might get a prayer through, brother.
Well, come on now. Come on now. Because I work on that every day.
I have a
Yes.
testimony.
So I want to thank you so much, Yvette, and we appreciate you. All right, Mark, you got, is
Yes,
that Mark
I have
I
a
hear?
testimony. Yes,
Okay.
it's Mark. How you doing, Dr. B and Dr. Paul?
Yes, sir.
Hope everyone is well on air. Blood pressure. I had a problem with that, my daggone self. It kept fluctuating like 170 over 100, 165 over 90. Kept fluctuating back and forth. Then I finally got it back on point. It was like 120 over 80. And I was like, whoa. But it went back to now to like 145 to 90. My question is any way possible that red yeast rice will also help with the high blood?
Sure. Red yeast rice is excellent. You know, there's a lot of things. There's multiple solutions to a problem. But the key is that you find the right one that's for you. You know, the
Mhm.
best
Right.
herb is the best herb for you. Got
Yes.
it?
Yep.
That's the key. So yes, the red yeast rice is also very good for cholesterol, balancing cholesterol levels. So all of these things are all part of the toolbox, you know, the herbal toolbox we talk about. So yes, all the way across the board, Mark. So
Now what about the nicotine patch? The real nicotine patch. Can
what
you
about
put,
it?
they were saying that if you
You're blanking out, Mark. You're blanking
have,
out. You're
We
blanking out.
lost you, Mark.
We
can you hear
lost you
me?
there, Mark.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
We
go
can
ahead.
now.
Hear me?
Just keep talking. Keep going.
Can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, go
Uh-huh.
ahead.
All right. The nicotine patch. I was informed that if you take like half of 14% on that patch and lasts for about a week, would that be appropriate? Do you know anything about that?
Well, okay, what's the goal?
It
Are
is.
someone trying to stop smoking? That's the point.
No. They were saying that the nicotine patch can also help bring down high blood pressure. That's what I was told. Do you have any knowledge of that?
I would always see, remember, This is what that's a red flag for me. Okay.
Yeah,
First
okay.
of all, you're dealing with pharmaceuticals. Okay. You're dealing with nicotine patches and things like that. And they're
Mhm.
always looking at for
Mhm.
one, what it was designed for. They're seeing side effects of it. And they're saying now you can take it for that. Now you're causing confusion.
Mhm.
First of all, you don't need to go
Okay.
that route. If you're doing the natural route, why are you trying to go dealing with nicotine when your real issue is blood pressure?
Right.
Got it? So go back to the
Okay.
herbs
Mhm.
like we talked about. You got to find out what is your problem. There's only a certain amount of things that are going on with blood pressure. You have issues with plaque, in your arteries and veins. That means
Mhm.
what are you
Mhm.
eating? What are the oils? Is your liver gunking up? You have also endothelial issues, which is the vessels. The lining of the vessels are shutting down because too much processed food. Got it? Another reason could be spinal
Okay.
misalignments. Got it? So whatever the problem is, you got to find out what your baseline and you got to stick to it. That's it.
Mhm.
Everybody,
right.
I mean, sometimes I'll give the solution to the problem and the person keeps coming back with all these different herbs. And I say, look, did you do what I told you to do the first time? You got it? Because you got to stay on point and don't get distracted by other things. There's multiple solutions to the problem. Not saying they don't work, but you got to stay on focus to what works for you. Got it? So I would not recommend that at all. If you want dealing with blood pressure, I say get to the root of the problem. Get a baseline assessment
Right.
done and then move forward. Got it? And then we
The only
tackle it.
reason why I said that, another person was telling me about it, and I was like kind of saying to my own self, I don't
Hey,
think that would be
it
right.
is-
But I want to hear about, your opinion. That's all.
I don't think I think that would be very questionable because it may have had an effect on some people where it lowered the pressure. But remember, nicotine is an addictive element. So when
Mhm.
you start to deal with nicotine, that's a chemical in the body, can throw you out of balance. It may balance something else, but it can throw something
Right.
else out of balance. You're causing another, it's you now dealing with confusion. You have to do straight to the point. The
Mhm.
quickest distance between 2 points is a straight line. That's it. You go.
Okay.
So I would say no to that. Okay.
Okay. I figured
All
that.
right. Well,
anyway.
let's come off with Mark over there. Everybody give
Yes,
him a
yes, yes.
hand.
That's what
Mark,
up.
you're on the scene, buddy.
Awesome. Congratulations.
You're still on the
Congratulations.
scene, man.
You got to keep at it, Mark.
Keep it up.
Stay on it, Mark.
Thank
Keep it
you.
up.
Stay on it. Stay on top of
Mandatory.
it. And keep doing what you're doing, brother. I see your post up there, man. Every time I see
Don't-
you, you're walking better than the last time.
Still doing
All
the
right.
onion tea.
Yeah,
So I get it done.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
man.
got it, buddy. You got
Keep
it.
on it, man.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Hey, you got to be young as me. Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Anyone else have a testimony before we move forward? Anyone else? Anyone else? Is that anyone else there? If not, we're going to go to our
you got?
guest for this evening. We got a guest there, Big B.
All right, yeah,
and
buddy.
Prophetess, and we got a guest here, returning guest. Before we
Yeah,
get to
yeah,
some of the
yeah.
questions, we're gonna bring to the table. We got Dodd Stocker
Big
Edwards
Dodd.
in the house.
What's up,
Everyone
Big
in the family
Dodd?
tree, let's give him a hand. Dodd
Yeah,
Stocker Edwards,
yeah. What's
Hey.
up, Dad?
our fitness guru.
Hey, good evening. Welcome.
And
Yes.
partner,
Everybody.
Dodd. What's up, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
Can you see me?
Yes, we
Can't
can.
see you. I can't see you. Let me
I
see.
can.
Let
Dr.
me
Paul,
I
There
can't,
you
I
go.
can't
There
see
he is.
myself, but it's all good.
I can see him.
Okay,
Thank
got you.
I
Everybody
can
else has to stop talking, then your
You
pictures
gotta
won't show
stop. I'm
up.
gonna mute everybody and Dodge, you come back on with your camera, okay? I'm gonna mute everyone.
Okay.
Give me a second. Okay, now Dodge, you can bring yours on. Just take yours off of mute. Just yours. Everybody else stay off mute. Got it? Stay on mute. Stay on mute.
How we doing?
All right, there you go, buddy. How you
All right,
doing,
Dr.
Dodge?
Paul. Good to see you. Big B with one L. How you doing, sir? Oh, he's muted? Got
Yeah,
you.
he's muted right now. Don't worry,
There
we
you
got
go.
you
I'm good.
covered.
I'm going back
Hey,
off.
brother. Good to see you. Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Hello to everybody out there. So, if you don't know me, my name is Dodd Stocker Edwards, And I'm a former gym owner, former instructor at a gym, owned a gym, 3 of them. And what I do now, I lead people over 40. I guide them, motivate them on a 60-minute Zoom call every morning. We do boot camp Monday through Friday. Now, as we get older, several things happen physiologically. Naturally, we lose muscle, flexibility, mobility, endurance, brain cells, bone density, all kinds of things happen unless we do those things to slow down or reverse the aging process. So Dr. Paul treats you on the inside. I treat you muscularly, endurance-wise, cardio strength, cardio health, flexibility, mobility. And did you know that increasing muscle mass will help decrease injuries and age-related illnesses? So a strong, mobile you is what we all want for ourselves. Now, I would gather that most people on this call are over the age of 40. I'm over 40, and I'm over 50. And so most people think I'm younger than I look, or think I look younger than I am. And it's because I recognized back in my college days the importance of strength training and good nutrition. With Dr. Paul's guidance, I use the green drink. A few times a year, I'll do a 40-day detox to clean things out from the beginning, from the inside out. Now, when I talk to prospective clients or when people came into my gym, a lot of people didn't know where to start. And people at home say things like, well, I don't have the space or I don't have equipment. I got a band here you can do over 100 different exercises with. So there are 6 major movements that the body wants to do to stay healthy. So number 1, you want to do some type of overhead press movement. So with this set of bands I have here, and maybe they cost $35, but they offer a lot of versatility and flexibility. So you can travel with these. I tell my clients, if they can't make it to a class because they're traveling, take your bands. So you can do body weight exercises with or without these. Body weight exercises by themselves are a great place to start, but here's a little aid. Beyond this, you can go to strength training equipment like kettlebells, dumbbells, barbells, chains, and other things. So let's talk about those 6 major moves. So number 1, like I said, you want to do an overhead press movement. You want to do an overhead pulling movement as things like pull-ups and chin-ups. You want to do a horizontal push, which could be something like a chest press with a barbell. The other way to do that is face down, horizontal, same movement, push-ups, works that same muscle group. Then you want to do a vertical pull. A substitute for that could be a bent pull. So my back vertical to the floor, and I'm doing this pulling movement. So we got a vertical pull, push or pull, a horizontal push and pull. Then you have 2 more basic moves, which one is a hinge hip, where you want to be able to push your hips back, lead with the butt, core tight, and that's a very basic movement that we should all do. And number 6, you want to do a compound leg movement, such as squat, or a reverse lunge, or a front lunge, or a side lunge. So lots of things you can do. Now, what are those benefits? When you do resistance training, you're going to create micro tears in your muscle fibers. When they recover stronger, tighter, building more strength in the body. Strength training also will stimulate growth hormone in the body. Strength training will also secrete hormones that coat your bones, that create more dense bones. So very simply, even if you didn't have bands, you can use your walls for exercise. You can use a water bottle as weights. Many of you may have grandkids, and sometimes it's a challenge to bend down and pick up a 20-pound baby, 25-pound baby. So these are basic moves that you don't want to struggle with. The older we get, the more crucial it becomes to stay strong and mobile. Like, I'm sure everybody out there knows of somebody over the age of 40 or 50 or 60 and beyond who took a fall, broke a hip, and that was the beginning of the end. So I can't overstress the importance of resistance training. Now, was it Yvette that lost 20-something pounds?
Yes.
Should it be? Yeah, congratulations. So the question is, have you started resistance training, or was that part of the weight loss journey?
I take ballet and African dance.
Awesome. That's a start. Not the same as resistance training. That's all good movement. All movement is good. Your body is created to be physical, and our job is to move more and lift heavy things. Heavy is relative. To somebody, a 24-ounce water is heavy. Somebody else, it's inconsequential. So you want to slowly and progressively increase the weights that you use, and it's all relative. So I don't want to belabor the point about strength training, so let's take some questions. Let's open it up. Dr. Paul, you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All righty.
Yep. And is there anyone that has questions? You know, Dad, I can't tell you how much you're on point so much with that exercise. It means a big difference. And I always tell people it's not as much intensity as consistency. Do something every day. It makes all the difference in the world. And like you say, we've been created to be physical. You know, so you have to do something every day, y'all. You know, don't be scared. You know, we say don't be scared, because you got to get out there and get this body moving. And I used to say, Dad, and here's one point I was saying, like, some people are like, yeah, but I'm tired all the time. I don't want to do exercise, and, you know, it hurts and all that. And then I say to myself, you know what? Wait a minute. Say that to the person that can't move at all. Is it a job or work? Or it is a privilege to move.
Let me interject something here.
Yeah, it's a privilege to move. Yeah.
So my better half played Division I soccer. She's got 3 bulging discs, and over the summer, about 5 weeks ago, took a trip to the mountains. We did a 90-minute kayaking trip. We had our individual kayaks. So in these kayaks, your legs are out straight, your body's upright, and you're paddling 90 minutes. So stemming from those early college injuries, those bulging discs, about a week later, she started to develop some pain here. And for the last 5 weeks, she's had level 10 pain every single night. She has not slept through the night once in 5 weeks, except last night, because she got her cortisol shot this past Friday, and it's just kicking in today. Now, in the morning, while I'm conducting the boot camp class, she's on the floor stretching out to get some relief. And I tell my clients who say, I don't want to do another set or another rep. You don't have to exercise. And Gina doesn't have to exercise. You people out there who can move, you get to exercise. You don't have to exercise. She's
Mhm.
laying on
There
the
you go.
floor. She can't move.
Can't move.
She wants to exercise. She can't. You guys get to exercise. You can make it a choice. Listen, if I could keep on muscle by watching the NFL and the Phillies, I would never exercise. All right? But I know the consequence that if I don't exercise, sarcopenia is going to happen. I'm going to lose muscle, bone density, strength. If you're in a bad mood, I guarantee you, you drop down and do 25 push-ups, your mood changes instantaneously. You do 25 burpees that we do sometimes in our boot camp, everything changes, your mindset changes. So I tell my clients, only exercise on the days you want to feel better. It's a privilege to be able to exercise. You don't have to. If you can, you get to do it. Sorry,
There you
Paul.
go. Yeah.
I
that's
have
right,
a
bud.
question. I have a question. This is Carmela. So the
Carmela.
kettlebell,
Kettlebell.
the kettlebell, yes. So I use the weights, but I'm so afraid to use the kettlebell because I'm not sure how to use them. Can
Okay,
you
that's
show
fair.
me?
That's fair. Yeah. So, there are many, many things you can do with kettlebells or dumbbells or barbells.
Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Hold on, Dad. Hold on. Mute
Yep.
yourself, family. Somebody got to mute yourself. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Sorry about that, Dad.
So if your question is, can you show me how to use it? Yeah, but this is not the setting for it. Because it would take me giving you instruction, me watching you and guiding you through the proper form.
Okay.
So if you have access to a trainer, take advantage of it. If you have
Okay.
access to an accountability partner, take advantage of that. If you have access to a gym, join a gym. You can always, if you guys want to join our community, 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, 60 minutes. It's an amazing community of people over 40. We hold each other accountable. We learn from one another. We encourage one another. It's an amazing, I'm in my mid-60s. I want to do it for the rest of my life. I'm not just saying that. Makes me feel good to feel good. Makes me feel good to help other people feel good.
All right, Dad.
Okay, I
Well
got it.
said.
So the
Just
thing
have
is-
one question.
Okay,
I have a question.
okay.
Okay, my question is, with your exercise program, if you in the process of losing weight, should you wait till you lose the weight to build the muscle, or should you build it while you're doing it?
If I ask you that question, if I ask you that question, what would you say? What do you think
If
the
you-
answer is?
I would say I don't want to get bigger because,
Okay,
well, I would think I would get bigger because of the muscle. I don't know.
all right, so when you strength train, you're gonna tear down you're gonna tear muscle cells down in the microfibers. When they rebuild stronger and tighter. That's gonna increase your metabolism. That means you burn more calories when you exercise, when you sleep, and everywhere in between that. So, is it Decolia?
Yes,
Talking to, how are you?
Mhm.
I'm good.
Good. All right. So if you have an identical twin sister, you both weigh exactly the same lifestyle, you eat the same, you want to lose the same amount of weight. You focus on losing weight and she focuses on movements and moving around and lifting weights. What do you think the outcome is going to be? Who's going to get to their goals quicker?
Sister.
I wish I could gain weight from muscle. It's hard.
Yeah. Mhm.
It is difficult. If I was 18, it wouldn't be difficult at all. Because my T levels would be up here, right? Muscle mass burns more calories, period. You want to be stronger. You want healthy joints. You want to be able to squat down on the floor and not be uncomfortable. If I get up and down, If I do it enough times, I'm gonna tear down microfibers, tear down muscle fibers, creating micro tears. They're gonna get sore the next day if I haven't done them in a while. But when they rebuild, tighter, stronger. It's gonna burn more calories. I hope that helps.
Can I say something too, Dodd?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Bianca.
Bianca Matthews,
Yep.
Yes,
how you doing?
good.
Good.
So long time ago, I used to think the same way, but it's very hard for you to bulk up muscle wise, thinking that you're going to get bigger, like you see how those bodybuilders are. That's not going to happen.
Not gonna
That's
happen.
a lot of hard work. That's a lot of eating. And a lot of times people are using other things to enhance their muscles. Could be
Enhancing.
steroids. But as women, we're just not going to get that big. And the other thing is, everybody can't start with a push-up, but I used to do a lot of push-ups. I had surgery on my breast area because I had breast cancer 2 years ago. And I wasn't allowed to go to the gym for a while. And once a doctor tells you that you can't work out, you really feel like you've lost you've lost all your privileges. So once I was able to start working out, I had to start from the beginning. And I did wall push-ups. And maybe Dodd can show you how to do wall push-ups. And then that gave me more strength to be able to do regular push-ups again, because everybody can't start with regular push-ups. It's very difficult.
You start where you are. You start with what you have.
Yes.
No excuses. Everybody can exercise.
Yes. And you do feel much better. You do burn more calories the more muscle you put on.
That's right. Muscle is expensive for the body to
I heard
maintain.
that.
It really is.
Well, I mean, when you sleeping, you actually burning calories. You can't get no better than that.
That's right.
That's right. And you know, and again, it's crawl, walk, run, family. Remember, we have a concept about everything. Crawl, walk, run. Take your time, you know. Don't try to get yourself out there competing with everybody you see in the gym or somebody out there doing 3, 4, 5 miles. They say, oh, I did 5 miles a day. You don't do for that. You walk for time. You know, walk.
Exactly.
I'm gonna walk for 10 minutes and 10 minutes and walk back. That's 20 minutes right there.
I know that's right.
Got it?
And
Basic fundamentals.
if you're
And use that rebounder.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you are a crawler, you crawl with the intention of getting up on your feet. If you can get up on your feet, you do that with the intention of walking. If you can walk, you do that with the intention of jogging, and that with the intention of running, and that with the intention of running a race. Just pushing yourself a little bit at a time over time, and it's different for everybody. I've had clients in my gyms, listen to this excuse. Clients in my gym paralyzed from the waist down. They were coming in their wheelchairs, a smile on their face. They would scoot from that wheelchair to that machine. So if you're mobile, you get to exercise. If it's not part of your lifestyle, please make it the intention to make it part of your regular routine, a couple times a week at least.
Can you put your information for your program in the chat? Are you still doing it in the morning?
Yes. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Do you have face-to-face training?
I do not,
Okay.
because that takes a lot of time. That can help more people if we do it virtually. Just like we're on this with Dr. Paul and Bill tonight. Same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Yvette
So,
Eskridge, I see you.
Dodd, just yell out the information so that we have those folks that are calling in on by phone. If they want to give you a call or contact you by email, give them all your details. And also, I want to tell y'all so much about Dodd. He's got, you notice he got that fresh gear on, that pump dog gear.
Wow.
If you want to get some of that pump dog gear, you can grab some of that pump dog gear, the shirts, the hats, you know, he got the armband, he got everything. So Dodd, give him your information, buddy.
Yeah. All
To
right.
the person that was answered about individual workout, trust me, as a group, his eye, he sees each and every one of us. So it's individual. Although it's a group, it's individual.
Okay, good point.
So
Good point.
anyway, you can contact me, Dodd@pumpdog.com. Real simple. Dodd, DODD @pumpdog, PUMPDOG.com. Send me an email.
Yeah.
And will that email include your Monday boot camp training? They'll have information for that?
Yeah, if you email me, I'll respond.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's
Hey,
give
Doc.
Dodd a hand, man.
Doc.
Everybody put your hands together. Come off of mute for Dodd.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
All
buddy. Yeah,
right,
buddy. That's what's up.
Mr.
That's what's
Dodd,
up.
thank you so much.
Oh, you'll stay all night.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dodd, thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
Dr. Paul, Dr. Paul,
Yes, sir.
Dr. Paul, Dodd's trying to get good looking like me.
What, to get here? Okay.
Hey, Dodd, you're trying to get buff like me, right? I know what's up.
All right. So now, thank you, Dodd.
Let's get on this.
And
All right,
hold
then
up,
I'll come at
everybody
8 o'clock
on mute.
then.
Everybody mute. Everybody
Okay.
mute. Everybody mute. Please.
Thank you.
You can't do it all at the same time. All right. I want to thank you, Dodd, for chiming in, man. We're going to get things moving. We got some more testimonies we want to get to, if there's anyone, but also we want to have some questions for the family. You know, it's always good to get a refresh on working out, you know, and Dodd, you bring it so much clear to the family to do something basic. That over 40 crowd, you know, is very intentional right now. I think they said by the year 2050, there's going to be Big B. You remember we did this on Sunday? By the year 2050, there's going to be over 250,000, something like that, centenarians. I mean, it's amazing. So people are getting older and living longer, but guess what? You got to move. You got to get your body moving. So thank you for that information, man. We really appreciate you, buddy. All right. And I want to go to Prophetess and Big B, y'all can come off and mute there. And we're going to go to the top here. Let's go to the top and get some of the questions. And who is in line for the first question? This
Up top left, Neetha's up there.
Neetha?
Neetha.
Hey, Neetha.
Are we taking the chat box or the people?
Just the
She's talking
people
to
first.
people
Let's
right
go to
now.
the people first.
Okay.
Yeah.
She must have stepped away.
You must have stepped away.
Okay, yeah, Anthony's there next, and we'll go back to Neetha.
Anthony. What's up, Anthony?
Hi, how you doing?
All right, buddy.
Can you just tell me that the Dolphins are my forte. So just tell me about that experience. I would love to.
Oh, yes.
Get in the water with Tom.
Yes, thank you so much, y'all. You know, if you want to see, I did promise last week. I tried to show it, but I couldn't because I just couldn't pull the file up fast enough. But definitely what Anthony's talking about is that when I went to Los Cabos, Cabo San Lucas, we actually had the incredible pleasure of swimming with dolphins. I mean, swimming with dolphins. Yep, they had me swimming with dolphins. I was out there swimming and doing all the stuff, man. And I'll show those before we leave for those who didn't see it. But I can tell you that if there's I've always heard about the intelligence of the dolphin, but you never do it until you actually experience it. It's like they're spiritually connected to you. It's amazing. It is amazing. So yeah, I was swimming with my dolphin, or a wild dolphin that we had that entertained us and had fun with us. Her name was Bebe.
All right, baby. All right now.
Or Yachala. That's what her name was.
Yachala.
Yachala. And she did flips. She did back somersaults. She actually took us under the water. She did all kind of stuff. So I can tell you, I will never experience that ever. I've never experienced anything like that I can think of that would be such a family event to bring the family together. If you've ever had the chance to swim with a dolphin, swim. And guess what? My wife, Lisa, was swimming with the dolphin.
I saw. I said, I can't stand it.
Right?
Get it, Lisa.
Go ahead, Lisa. What a great therapy it was for her, you know, and we got her in the water, and then they said, whatever you do, don't let go, Lisa. And all I could say in my mind was, Lord, please don't let her let go, because if she let go, I got to dive in the water after. So I want to
Yeah.
show what that looks like. But Anthony, it was an incredible experience. And at any age, it's any age, you can get in the water with the dolphin, and they're as gentle as a child,
Mhm.
yet they have the force of power and strength. It's amazing to see that they can be so light and gentle with you, but yet when they take off, woo, they take off like jets under that water. So beautiful stuff, Anthony. Be a part of it, man. If you can get somewhere, be a part of it. All right.
All right. Now Nitha's back up. Now, Nitha, you ready?
Hey, Nitha.
You're muted, Nitha.
I'm
There you
sorry.
go.
Grand risings, everyone. I'm kind of
All right.
babysitting, so that's kind of hard. Got a 2-year-old over here.
Oh, you got a 2-year-old. You got
Yeah, my 2-year-old great grand. My daughter had to run out to see a patient, and she said, "I said, oh God," I said, "My Zoom is tonight." I said, "I'll do what I can do." But listen, I'm going to steal that from you from last week when you were talking about recreation. I never thought about that one. My favorite one is what, and I've been doing this for years. When people say I'm going on vacation, I say, "Oh, where you going?" They say, "Oh no, I'm just taking a week off. I'm gonna be home." I said, "Oh no." I said, "Do you know what word is in vacation? Vacate.
Vacate.
There you
Yep.
go.
So
There you
you're
go.
supposed to vacate. You don't stay home on vacation. You
I
go
know
stay
that's
home.
right.
That's
Even
right.
if it's going to a hotel, you do that.
He said,
But
don't
I
stay
was
home.
listening to you, Dr. Paul, and I'll let you know in a few weeks how it works. I ordered some fish mint.
Fish mint, yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
I ordered that. I was listening to you on Saturday, so I ordered some fish mint. I want to use it. I want to see how much control it does for blood sugar.
Yes.
I'm only down to one medication now because I've taken myself off the others. But
Awesome.
I want to be medication free. So I want to use the different herbs. So I was going to get the Gymneva because I had that before. But I had talked to you before, and I don't know when I had taken it, I purged, and you said, well, you probably were supposed to. So,
Right.
and I didn't take anymore, but I said, I'm going to try the fish mint. And because I did some more reading up about it, and I want to try that. So I'm waiting
Okay.
for it to come. I should get it tomorrow, and I'm going to start taking it. I usually like taking powders, but I got the capsules this time. And I'll give it a few weeks because I monitor my blood sugar every day.
Yeah.
So I can stay in control. Because if
Yes.
it goes up, I look back to see what I ate. And if I had eaten something and kind of went off track, I know it's going to be elevated.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Yes,
you go.
indeed. There you
And
go.
if you thank you, Nitha. I appreciate you. Let's give Nitha a hand, y'all. Let's give Nitha a hand. Such an ambassador of health.
Congratulations,
You know, Nitha, thank you
Yes,
so
indeed.
much.
Thank you, Nitha, for everything.
She's a multi-talent.
All right,
She's
good job,
she's
good
doing
job.
the health. She's doing
Well,
health. She's holding the
God
phone
bless
and
you.
she's battling the 2-year-old at the same time. Go
I
ahead.
know that's right.
You got yes, I am definitely
Multitask.
ambassador in health. You know,
Yeah.
today I was with a patient and patient offered me some water. And I said, "Oh, no, thank you." He said, "Oh, you don't want?" I said, "Well, first of all, I don't drink that water." And he had purified water. He
Oh,
said, "Oh, what's wrong with this water?" So then that was my door opening.
That was your door. That was. They
So
don't
I
even know when they open the
I
door.
walked right on in. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
You know, we call that. We said you just ran into a buzzsaw.
wow.
Yep. All
But
right. Thank you
I'll
so
let
much.
you guys know and in future weeks how it works.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And what she's talking about, fish mint. I did a topic last Saturday about fish mint. You know, fish mint is it's called Houttenier. It's actually a herb that's probably more well known in India than in parts of Africa and all different parts of the world. It goes into that category of what we call the miracle herbs or the miracle trees. You know how the word says the trees for the healing in the nation.
I'm healing the nation.
Yes,
Right.
yep. That's what they were talking about. The moringa. This one goes in the same category with the moringa, aloe vera, and also things like the neem. But fish mint, and it got its name because it smells like fish.
Uh-huh.
It literally smells like fish. It has that odor. But you can actually get rid of the odor by, of course, if you boil it like a tea, it loses its odor. But the thing about it is for everything. It's antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, antiseptic, and antiparasitic. And with that, straightens out the gut. So now people use it for weight loss. So it actually starts to now balance out the gut. People start to lose weight. So great stuff, Neetha. I'm looking forward to hearing your testimony on how it worked out for you. Okay.
I'll let you know.
How are you spelling that?
FISH.
Mint.
Mint, M-I-N-T.
Is
Just
it
like
good
it
for
sounds.
high and low blood pressure or just one way? Is it high and low, Dr. Paul?
It can balance pressure. Yep. So
Okay,
if it's
great.
too low, it brings it up. If it's too high, it brings it down. Yep. 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 So it's a balancer of both. So that's the key. You remember the key really of blood pressure goes back to your thyroid ultimately, because remember your thyroid balances weight, temperature, and pressure. So what you're trying to do is balance out that what we call the voltage regulation of the body. So that's what happens when you take things like the fish mint. Yep. Good stuff. All right.
Dr. Paul, just quickly, what brand do you recommend?
There's one online called Pure Original Ingredients. And the other name, let me give you the other name for it. Can y'all see this coming across the screen right now? Can y'all see that?
Nope.
Can y'all
Not
see
yet.
Dr. Corinthian? All right. The other name is Hutania. And I'll spell it for you because it has several different names.
I got it, Dr. Paul. Oh, you
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And let me spell it for those who are by phone. Got it? H-O-U-T as in time, T as in time, 2 T's, U-Y-N-I-A. Got it? Hutania, Cordata, C-O-R-D as in David, A-T-A. That's the herb. And the one brand that I recommend is called Pure Original Ingredients. Okay, that's one of the brands. Now it is something of an import. I did talk to the herbal stores, and Wayne Avenue I spoke to directly. He said it's going to take him a little bit to get it, but he's going to get it. So probably check in with them probably next week. That's Wayne Avenue Health Foods. So I didn't check with any of the other herbal stores, but they did check in with me. So they said, just want to give you a heads up, Doc, that we'll probably have it within about a week. Okay.
Can you spell that again, please?
Sure. H-O-U-T-T-U-Y-N-I-A. Second word is Cordata. C-O-R-D-A-T-A. Now remember, that's the additional name for it. You can also punch in fish mint, M-I-N-T. Okay, and it will also, it'll punch you right to that. You can read up about it. Okay, no problem.
If you're taking the Genema, do you still take the fish mint?
No, we can't. That's a loaded question there. Right? Yeah. Remember, it's all based on what is your goal. Because remember, if you're taking, one or the other, don't do both because, it's not more. We got to get out of the sense that more is better. More is not better. Balance is better. Got it? So we want to say, just make sure you take one or the other. But I would say before you do anything, make sure you've been properly assessed. Okay. So, probably you find out how is the Gymnema doing? Is it working? Gymnema working? If not, you transition and you go into something else or try something up, but get instructions first. Okay. All right. Good stuff, y'all. All right. Thank you so much there. And who do we have? Let's go to the chat box over here.
There's one that Pedro Sanchez wanted to know, what's the difference between expeller, pressed, cold pressed, fresh pressed, and naturally refined coconut oil? What's the difference?
Okay, first of all, naturally refined means, right? Okay.
Pedro, you listening?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Okay, refined means they're taking all the minerals out. Got it? All right. Cold press means that they'll use like coal, it's used in a cold environment. The whole concept is that if it's cold, you remember, coal, not like heat. If it's heat, you lose minerals. So it retains its mineral. Got it? And then the last one, what was the expeller? Expeller press? that's just
Yep.
Yeah, now sometimes you have to look at the different types of expeller presses. I've seen different ones. There's some that just do straight, just press, meaning that they'll use something like, sometimes there's like presses that have like they'll do what's called like straight pressing with like something like a hydrogen press. There's different variations of that. But it all just means that if it's done with the right temperature, that's all you want to worry about. As long as it's pressed at the right temperature and not heat. No heat press. Got it? That's the key. So it retains its minerals. You know what? Oh, and let me give you an example. Something like chlorella. You know chlorella, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chlorella is one of the sea vegetables. Come on, mute yourself, y'all. Mute yourself. The chlorella is actually used, and it's very what we call prehistoric on the cellular level. So on the cellular level, if you look under a microscope, it's very thick. So they have to break the cell wall. But how do they break the cell wall? Well, some use heat, and then some use a pounding process. This is probably the better way of explaining it. So when you take something like a sun chlorella, these people, they use it by a pounding process. They pound it. Matter of fact, you can go online and see how they pound it, and it breaks the cell wall. Whereas opposed to some people would say, when we don't pound, we use like a heat press. But when you heat press, it loses somewhere in the neighborhood of about 40% of its true nutrients. So that's why you want to, I'm trying to give you the reasons why they do those different variations from natural pressing to expressors to things like pounding, things like that. They're just trying to get the highest essence of the mineral. That's what they're trying to do. Okay. All right.
All right. Before we, so here we go now. Donna and Cynthia want to know if you're suffering with inflammation, which one is better to use, green balance or sea moss?
Sea moss is in the green balance. That's it. That's my question. Go ahead, Dolly, Cynthia. Y'all trying to throw some curveballs at me. Y'all trying to throw a curveball. I saw that one coming. Which one better, Doc? Which one better? All right.
Yeah, everybody. All right. Let's go up to Yvette up in the corner, Dr. Paul.
You missed my question, Bill.
Where is yours, Queen? I didn't see it.
All the way up top, probably.
Oh, that probably is.
Okay, what do we have on there? Let's get Flo. What's up?
Yeah, okay, Flo. Go ahead, Flo.
So I had
yeah, is there anything you can take to avoid vertigo? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what causes it?
So I had a vertigo attack this weekend. I mean, I've never had it before, but I never want to have it again. What can you do to avoid that? Or
yeah, number one, stay hydrated. You know,
I was gonna say water.
Yeah,
I drink a lot of water. So and that's what because I had to go to the hospital, but I drink a lot of water. So
now make sure you're not. Remember, Flo. We've talked about sometimes, many times on this Family Tree platform about structural issues. Got it? So you definitely know there's no structural issues, right? Meaning that structure.
I got my neck thing, but
yeah. But I mean, as far as structural, meaning that a lot of the dizziness, and I can speak, directly to this because about a year ago when I came back from vacation, I had my left and right side. Dr. Lenny had to hook me up because I was having vertigo issues. I was having dizziness. I was like, whoa. I think mine was a little bit of jet lag. I was up on that mountain. I was doing all that adventure stuff. I was getting vertigo issues. And it turns out my neck was so tight on the left and the right hand side that I was having issues, and it was dealing with my scapula, which goes all the way up to like that T1. Is Doc in here, by the way? Is he in here, by the way? He's not here.
I haven't seen him.
I didn't see him in here.
Yeah.
But you have like the scapula goes all the way up to T1, to the C1, C2, and that pulls that area down there. And he had to work on my neck for a long time. He said, Doc, this is the tightest you ever been. I said, I know. But guess what it was doing? It was causing that vertigo issues. I was getting a little, dizziness. So I would say, keep structural high on the radar, that it could be some neck things that you got to really get into stretching. Got it? Stretching. Are you stretching every day? Neck areas?
No.
Yeah, I would try to do some light stretching, back exercises, things like that. And the stretch bands, Di just told us about the stretch bands.
Yeah, I have those. I do my bands, but not every day.
Yeah, I would do it every day. And then also the trunk twists. There's a lot of exercises that you can do to help with that neck area. And that could be causing possibly vertigo issues. And also, check for the crystals. Do you have someone that can check for the crystals? Crystals.
I did make an appointment with the EMT doctor, so.
Okay, so just make sure the crystals are aligned in the ear canal so that you're not having issues with balance. Those things can, we talked about, didn't we do the epi maneuver in here one time? Yeah, we did that one time. So things like that. You got it. I'm a strong advocate of looking at structural first, and only after you've eliminated that, then you move to other things like diet, things like food, things like that, because so many people have structural issues and they don't even realize it. So keep that in mind, okay, Flo?
And Dr. Paul, I just want
to a chiropractor then, right?
Yeah.
Chiropractor. Yep. I would definitely get a good chiropractor, somebody that does not only chiropractor, but also myofascial release and also trigger point. Someone that can do those things can really help to release that. Because remember, the muscle gets gangulated like a ball and yarn. It twists up in that area. If it twists up like a knot, y'all see my hand like this? Twist all up like that on one side, pull that spine right out of place. The next thing you know, that's when you got that pain on that side. Can't turn one side. Yeah. So you got to eliminate that out the equation. Now, I'm going to give you one more thing. Sometimes you're drinking enough water, but that can be also a muscle issue, which means potassium or magnesium deficiencies. Okay. So that can also, a lot of people will cramp up right on the table. I remember talking to Dr. Lynn. I said, Doc, what about the water and the potassium? He said, oh yeah, man. He said, people will be getting adjusted and they lock right up right there. Muscle spasms, So a lot of that has a lot to do with potassium deficiency. So greens, right? Potassium and magnesium. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Also, Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul also.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. There's Eloise. Eloise, you better stop sitting in the back there. You better tell somebody you around here.
It's an imbalance, and it's a structural, like he said. And it's a blockage also. So I treat vertigo quite a bit.
Yes, absolutely. How can I not add acupuncture? Thank you. Not me, Eloise.
It's good for a lot of things. It really is.
And Dr. Paul, this is Nitha, just going back, because last year I was down 4 days with vertigo, and that's not my first time. But I had a physical therapist who I was working with. She came by and did the epi maneuver on me. And I bought the Dizzy Fix. But what helped me, and I know a lot of people say I drink a lot of water, but see, what is a lot? That doesn't give me numbers. But I realized, my goodness, I haven't had much water. But when I started and really increased the water, I have not had a vertigo episode since last year. And I don't want to have it. Like I said, I was down for 4 days.
They are not cool.
Wow. Yes, it's not good. So water makes a big difference, because you remember, it's going back again to that flexibility and moisture in the muscles, so potassium, magnesium, water, greens, all that works. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. What do we have? Prophetess. Let's go to Prophetess there. Prophetess, you got anybody over there on YouTube or anything?
Nobody over here on YouTube, but I want to go back to that fish mint.
Fish mint.
M-I-N-T.
Fish mint.
Fish mint.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you said.
I thought you said fish net. I thought she get ready to go fishing.
No. If you are allergic to seafood, can you take that and
No, it's got nothing to do with fish.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
'cause you said it smelled like fish, and then someone asked, can they something about the sea moss? Can they take the sea moss? I'm sorry, let me go back. If you're allergic to shellfish, can you take it? Can you take sea moss?
Well, they're going to put a sort of disclaimer, but it really doesn't have much of a problem there because you're looking at allergic to shellfish. That's the iodine factors that people have. See, you're not supposed to be messing with them anyway. When you start dealing with sea moss and things like kelp, those are stalks that grow deep in the actual water. So it really doesn't have the allergic effects that, and but to be sure, be assessed. But
Okay.
no, that's not usually something that people would say. Shellfish means shellfish. That means things that how you see in certain things like MSM and chondroitin, they'll say something like may have shellfish in it if you have. So it's just
Yeah.
being alert to people that this is where it was cultivated from. So possibility is always there. Okay. All right. Okay, who else we got there? Who else we
Okay,
got there?
let me see. No.
All right, while y'all doing that, y'all want me to share
Let's
y'all
go,
the video?
let's go to Yvette up in the corner while I look through the other stuff here.
Yeah,
All right.
Yvette?
All
Hi,
right.
everyone. Dr. Paul.
What's up, Yvette? Looking fly with them glasses on and the hair all dead up. Go ahead, girl.
Lisa gonna fly on us, Dr. Paul.
See, I tell you.
I miss our classes, but I thank you for this platform, Dr. Paul, that allows everybody to get the information.
Yes,
Thank you. Big B, welcome back. My hand has been raised since last week.
Just letting you know, Bill. Just letting you know.
Yeah, oops.
Your testimony and your recovery is amazing. So I thank God for that. But
Thank you.
my question is, Dr. Paul, the nitroglycerin that he took and that he had took, would the cayenne pepper under his tongue have done the same thing?
Yeah, same thing. It's nitric
Mhm.
oxide. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what they use. My grandfather used to have one of them big B. He used to have the patches, and he would put the nitroglycerin on the patch and put it on his chest. I was like, Grandpa, what you doing? He's like, this get that spark back into your heart.
Yeah.
So yes, nitric oxide is what we say. When the body gets cayenne pepper, it turns to nitric oxide, not nitrous oxide. That's laughing gas. Nitric oxide is what now dilates. So it opens up the arteries and the veins, helps with issues like congestive heart failure, gets those dilation with those vessels. You remember we talk about the endothelial a lot, which is the
Right.
vessels in the lining of the arteries and the veins. Remember, it pumps from the heart, but the heart has to pump it back to the
I know,
heart.
that's right.
Got to send it back. And then people have the problem. That's where congestive heart failure issues come through. So nitric oxide, that's why we say if you're traveling and you're out and you got issues with heart, you might want to carry a little small bag of cayenne pepper with you. Did you know that that's in our travel pack as naturopaths? And guess what? If you have somebody that's having a heart attack or something and you catch them in the middle, you take a pinch of that, put it underneath the tongue, you just saved their life. How about
Shut up.
that? Yes, sir. Yes,
Boy,
sir.
see?
A little cayenne pepper, the
Okay,
capsicum
good.
family, the capsicum field. Yep. And there's different heat versions of the capsicum, right? So there's different versions. So cayenne pepper can be added for 40 to 50,000 heat units. That's in the normal store, but you can also purchase 60 to 80 to 90 to 100,000 heat units. So yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's not getting pepper hot as much as, remember, it gets internal hot. So it's different than the peppers, like the habaneros and things like that. So
Okay,
capsicum works
okay, it makes
little
a
bit
difference.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
little bit different.
And
Okay.
also, hibiscus, that would be good for high blood pressure. That's good for high blood
Oh,
pressure.
I love hibiscus. And you know why, right? Because hibiscus is very good in vitamin C. And remember, vitamin C is also another one that dilates, but it also is a good antioxidant. So it goes in and cleans up a lot of the junk in the cellular debris that's in the system. So yes, absolutely. Hibiscus, one of my favorite teas, you know, hot and cold, you know,
Right.
it's excellent. Mhm.
Okay. And also, one more question. I'm sorry. When is Lisa doing any more plays for the children, and when is she going to start that back?
You know, say it a little louder, Yvette. Say it a little louder.
Lisa, bring back some plays for the children.
All right, I heard that. Lisa, I heard that. I'm
Well,
trying to yell at. I've been motivating her, you know, to do that for the longest. I said, come on, Lisa, you got to get it for the children. And y'all don't know, my wife, Lisa, has the Kamasela group, and that's a children's dance group. And she was doing, you know, plays and productions and, you know, all of it. She used to write, and she had children from all over. And then, of course, when the pandemic hit, everybody had to go online and just kind of faded after that. But we trying to get her to come back at least online and do it. So thank you, Yvette. I'll tell her.
I'll volunteer if she need any help with anything.
all right.
Oh man,
I know
really
Lisa
gonna
love to
tell
hear
her
that.
now. She gonna really. Thank you, Yvette. I appreciate you. Everybody, come off mute. Thanks to Yvette over there. Thank you, Yvette. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, Vet.
Hey, Vet, Vet.
Thank you.
Yes,
All
indeed.
right, all right.
Dr.
All right.
It would be nice if you would bring Miss Lisa on so we can see who she is and introduce us to her.
Yeah, I try to get her on there, but this is her last time. When it's 9 o'clock, she like heading down like 8:30, 9 o'clock. She
Lisa
in
turns into a
bed.
pumpkin.
Lisa,
That's
like,
what it is.
she turned into a pumpkin. I'm gonna try to get her on here. I'm gonna have Jaren pull her in on her phone so she can yell at y'all and see if we can do that next week. All right, Laverne? I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna try to make that.
So she can go to bed.
Yeah, so she can say, yeah, she got her vibe, boy. She get in her routine, and it's like she done. She listens though. She listens sometimes. Yeah, she's upstairs listening. Yeah. All right.
All right, Dr. P. Kim Wheeler says, Dr. Paul, I needed zinc and found combination with vitamin C by Paradise Earth, blend Arcola, Camicam. It's 30 milligram caps. Would you recommend a brand for zinc?
Yeah, some Camu. Did she say Camu?
Yes,
Camu. Okay, and zinc and what else? Okay, is she saying that's all in one?
Yeah.
It's all the same thing, right? Right, Kim?
Right.
Yeah, it looks like it's all in one, and it's 30 milligrams, Bill, not 133.
Okay.
30 milligrams.
Oh, 30 milligram caps. Right. Thank you.
Okay, so this is a formula, and it's called what again? Paradise something?
Look like Paradise
Earth.
Paradise Earth. It sounds good. Paradise Earth. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, and maybe I can do a quick.
Yeah,
and is it Paradise? Is it Paradise Earth? Is it a special brand like Paradise Earth for blood pressure?
It's just no, it doesn't say. Just says vitamin C by Paradise Earth.
Oh, vitamin C. So vitamin C
Vitamin C
specifically.
by Paradise Earth.
Okay, all right.
Blend.
Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see if I got that. Okay, vitamin C, Paradise Earth. All right, I see it now. Okay, Paradise Earth. Let me see what I have here. Earth blends. Looks good. Looks good. Let's see. Sidopolis. Let me hold up one out. All right. Not this particular one. I would not mess with this one.
Okay.
Only because I'm not a fan. This is more than just that. There's a lot of different things in here. So they're getting vitamin C, ascorbic acid.
Excuse me, before you, Dr. Paul.
Yes.
Queen, can you mute your mic? Queen, mute your mic, please. Thank you.
Okay. This particular brand, I'm looking at the brand. This is a little over the top here. It's a little bit too much. You don't need all of this.
Okay.
And matter of fact, this is too much. Yeah, this is way too much. Woo, this is way over the top. Okay, number one, this is good. This is a good troubleshoot here. Let me go and share my screen. I want to show y'all this one. Y'all mind if I share my screen with y'all so we can troubleshoot this one? All right, let me know when you can see it. All right. All right, can you see it?
Hold on.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you see it? Okay,
Yep.
see
Mhm.
here,
We
is
got you.
this, I take it this is the brand right here, Vegetarian Paradise Earth Blend Vitamin C, 500 milligrams. Now, I'm just not a fan. Here is the breakdown. Okay, and this is why it's very, very important to understand the concept of more does not mean better. Got it? More does not mean better. You know, I understand when they had the Prego commercial, it's in there. I know what they were trying to say, but that don't have to be always the point.
Mhm.
It's always the balance. Now, I would not, as you can see here, vitamin C is from non-GMO natural, but it's fermentation ascorbic acid.
Mm.
Remember, ascorbic acid is, people will tie ascorbic acid to vitamin C. It's not the same. Ascorbic acid is the antioxidant properties of vitamin C. So there was a doctor, his name was Dr. Gyorgy, who actually got the Nobel Peace Prize for vitamin C. And he did a study and said, you know, when I take this vitamin C, when I take the ascorbic acid and just give them the ascorbic acid, you know, and they had something like a deficiency. Of course, they had the vitamin C deficiencies. Guess what? Nobody got well. It wasn't until he added the nutrients. So it only works when it has the antioxidant and the nutrients. Now, what does that look like? It looks like, say if you had a circle, right? Say if you had a circle. Well, if you draw a circle on a piece of paper, right? That would be the antioxidant. Now, put little dots on the inside of that circle, right? Take the little dots and put the dots on there. That's the nutrients. That's the only way it becomes complete. And when he started to add now the nutrients, people started getting well. So he knew right then that this ascorbic acid, when they separate it, isolate it, divide it, it weakens it. Therefore, it's not complete. So natural forming vitamin C, not ascorbic acid. And most of the formulas you'll see are ascorbic acid. That's why we say get your vitamin C from fruit base or herbal base. That's where you want to get it from. So things like camu camu, you see camu camu berry right there? All of those have a form of organic vitamin C. But see here, there's a lot here. So you don't need all of that stuff. You just need one of them. Got it? Now, the other side, the other part that I'm not a fan of is when you start to, you know, see you got the spirulina, you got the chlorella, all good stuff. But when you start to now get into the probiotics, probiotics can be a problem. See, acidophilus, and then you get into a long list of these that can possibly cause imbalance. So just be aware that more is not better. Balance is better. Got it? I would use something like a camu camu, which is good. If you're taking like, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. If you're taking like a high blood pressure medicine, I get you. And you know what you can add to your green drink is like a camu camu. You know, something of a vitamin C from camu camu. That's all you need. You don't need a whole lot of stuff. Got it? And non-ascorbic acid has to be non-ascorbic. I wouldn't mess with any ascorbic acid. It's a synthetic. It's not real. Got it? All right. So I just wanted you to see that. And you see how, look how much stuff is in here.
Wow.
Tested energy adaptogens, super antioxidants. They just tried to throw the kitchen sink in this thing. It's just too much. That's too much. This person is going to be running and knocking down buildings. That's way too much stuff. They're going to feel off balance. And remember, you're breaking principles of what? What's the number one thing they're breaking here? Come on,
Mixing fruits and vegetables.
There you go. Fruits and vegetables. You're mixing fruits and vegetables. You don't mix fruits and vegetables. Remember, fruit stimulates and vegetables stabilize. That's right. They burn at different rates of speed, right? Yeah. So fruit burns fast, right? That's when you want that quick energy. Get my fruit. That's why we say fruit in the morning. Vegetables in the afternoon and evening because they stabilize. Got it? So that's why you want to, don't too late at night. Don't be eating fruit. You know,
Okay.
got it? Uh-huh.
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
I had one lady told me off one time. She said, Dr. Paul, you getting on my nerves. I said, woo, what I do now? She said, I don't care what you say. It ain't working. I said, well, what do you mean it ain't working? She said, I do exactly what you said. I said, well, what you do? She said, I take my vegetables in the morning and my fruit at night.
Oh, boy.
No, you got it backwards.
You got it backwards.
She said, oh, Lord, and she just hung up on me. I was like, all right.
Oh my God.
So remember,
Oh, man.
it's all
Oh, man.
about balance, right? All about balance. Got it? Fruits in the morning, vegetables in the afternoon and evening.
Yeah.
Got it?
So
Dr. Paul.
Isn't the green drink a vegetable?
It is a vegetable. You can veggie anytime, though. You can veggie anytime. Got it? Keep that in mind. Always, you can veggie anytime. Everybody say that. Veggie anytime. Anytime. It's the fruit you gotta watch about.
Should we be putting juice with the green drink then?
Sure. You can use it as a carrier. We use those just to carry it so you can get it down. So we saying, when you're saying fruit and vegetables, you don't want to be doing something like, you know, when you buy a new juicer and it says, take the strawberries, the kiwi, the blueberries, the bananas, you got all this fruit, and then you got spinach, the kale, you got, that's what we're talking about. Too much.
Okay.
It's all right for you to take like an apple or a pear to add to it for taste, but don't get out of control with all of the other stuff because you're clashing now. And that's why we just say, yeah, that's why we say just take the juice just for delivery or carrier so that you can get it down. Because people want a little flavor with their food. So with their green drinks. So it's all right. All right.
The other night I had a taste for something sweet, but I didn't want anything heavy or anything. And I knew better, but I thought about you about a shake. So I got my strawberries and I did pineapple. Then I had a nerve to add some monk fruit to it. And I couldn't, and it was at night, it was late. I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep. I was like,
couldn't go to sleep, y'all. Hey, you know, I got something
Dr.
else.
Paul, I don't have that problem. I can go to sleep no matter what. But I do take fruit later on in the day because I have to work out later.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. That's a good thing, Bianca. That's a great example right there. If you do and have a job that may have, you know, a different thing, or you work out in a different time, if your circadian rhythm is in that certain mode, then it will help you. Remember, when you're trying to do something for people who work second, third shifts, you have to eat based off of what you do. Got it? So you drive the system. That's why we give those that work and thinking, we give them thinking food. Those who actually work with physical labor, we give them physical foods, you know, that gets their muscles going. So whatever you do, you eat based off of what you do. So sometimes you're going to have to drive the system. If I'm working late, you know, I got to grab that, you know, I'm a security and I work overnight, or I'm in the hospital and I'm a nurse, whatever it is. You got to grab something to drive the system based off of what you do. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I do have one thing I want to bring up, though, before I go to the next question. I get a lot of responses about peanut butter. All right. And some people are asking me, they say, well, I eat peanut butter almost every night, or I eat peanut butter every day. Here's where you got to watch peanut butter. Peanut butter can be hydrogenated. So you got to be careful. Got it? Especially if you have high blood pressure, that could be spiking your pressure, the peanut butter. Just make sure if you get a peanut butter, it's a natural peanut butter that does not have, you know, hydrogenization. Got it? That's a very key. I just wanted to mention that before I forgot. All right.
Okay.
All righty.
All right, Dr. Paul, this is from Sharon. What vitamins are essential for fall? FALL.
What are for fall? Those would be cleansing herbs. Yeah, every change of seasons. That would be things like the colon cleanse that we do. Colon cleanse, parasite. You know, any herbs that are dealing with flushing the system, especially right around now. You know, we're going to be changing with the clocks. We already changed for fall. but now you're going to get a seasonal change with the clocks. I believe it's November, right? I think it's November, something like 2nd or something
November
like that.
5th.
Yeah, something like 5th or somewhere around there. So now the daylight thing is going to mess with folks. Remember when you start to change the time and the light issues, that becomes another issue because people tend to throw off balance when that 1 hour is either shifted forward or backwards. So herbs and things that you would do, just stay in line with the circadian rhythm based off the change of seasons, not this clock thing, because that clock thing is really throwing people off bad, really bad. So try to stick with the colon cleanse parasite formula. Those are the things to keep the intestinal lines clear. Okay. If you don't have it, go to my website, shop.drpaulherbs.com, and you can get the colon cleanse and the parasite formula. Okay.
I have 2 questions in the chat box.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can go. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. What can you take to lower your PSA level, and are vitamin patches effective? There's something called patcha.com. Are vitamin patches effective, and what can you take to lower your PSA?
Yes, yeah, that's
PSA
Brian.
is-
Brian England
yeah.
asking that question.
Yeah. See, we have the PSA. There's a long list of things that you have. I have what's called the top 15 things that every man should know, for PSA. Get your
Is it on the
PSA
website?
numbers down. Yeah. Do you have that, Prophetess, by the way?
Is it on the website? I've never seen that.
Can I send it to you?
Yeah.
All right, let me text it to you. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna text it to you. Prophetess Lisa, you should be getting it in a second, okay?
Okay.
This is the top 15 potential causes for prostate cancer. So when you're trying to lower the PSA and balance it out, trying to get it around a PSA of about a 4 point, less than a 4.0. There's a long list. I got about 15 different things you want to look for. We've had several conversations about this on this platform. So I would say, look over this list, but I would do a assessment first because it can be one of many things. Got it? With men, you got to have a lot of checkpoints. A lot of men are constipated. A lot of them are dehydrated. A lot of them are in a state of pH imbalance. A lot of them are eating a lot of refined sugar, salt, and oils. Heavy metal contaminants with things like the heavy nitrates in meat eaters, processed foods, still eating shrimp, lots of crabs, coffee, all the stuff, the sodas, fermented drinks, drinking apple cider vinegars. I'm just going down the list real quick. Holding your urine too long, causing a lot of men are sitting around not realizing they got a urinary tract infection. Lower back problems, L1 through L5. Got it? Circadian rhythms out of balance, GMOs, eating too many. So it's a long list of things. And the last one I'm gonna put on that list is exposure to electromagnetic fields. A lot of them are, they're holding their, did you put it on there?
Well, it's already on the list, but you sent it to my phone. So now I'm trying to send it to my email so I can.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, as you're talking, Dr. Hall, there's a question that Michael asked, who kind of it feeds into all that. It says, if anyone has had bad back troubles, particularly lower back L5, L4, or its indicators, look into VAX-D, vertebral axial decompression therapy. I can testify to this non-surgical solution to bulging and herniated disc.
Yep,
mine was L5, the orthopedic specialist wanted to operate, but that was 20 years ago. I paid £2, 2 rounds of golf this week. No pain.
Mhm. Well, go ahead, man. That's
All
what
right,
you
Big
gotta
Mike.
do. That's right, Big Mike. See, what's happening is you're taking the pressure off of the lower lumbar. And a lot of that has to do with, a teeter-totter machine would be helpful. I think that's what he's talking about, the inversion tables. And
Mhm,
the
so I
things like
think
the
it's-
inversion tables doesn't mean that's when they flip you upside down. You don't have to always go, totally over upside down. You can get up to about 42 degrees, and that's almost halfway, and that's enough to take the pressure off. But here's what I would add to that. That takes the pressure off. But really, what is the real problem with the lower lumbar? A lot of that happens to go with lower back weakness. So that means initially, the Most High God said, look, the muscle is what's supposed to support that back. You know,
Mhm.
so you got to strengthen that back, right, Mike?
That's
You gotta
it. That's
strengthen
it.
that back. You got to strengthen that back. And yeah, I know you went play golf and didn't even call me, man. I'm gonna get you, boy.
You were making sure everybody stayed healthy. But yeah, it
Yes.
was it was more like a rack kind of technology.
Yeah.
Where they put sensors above and below the disc, and they stretch you out just infinitesimally. I think that's the right word. And they measure that, and they do it a couple of times a week, maybe for 5 to 6 months. And then they can see what's going on. The sciatica goes away, and now you start to build up those core muscles.
Yeah, there you go.
And I know how long it was because my grandson was a little guy, and it was really getting to me that I couldn't play with him. And but now he's 22 years old, and I still can't lift him up. But the key thing on that vaccine was had a orthopedic guy and a neurologist, because they were doing that together. So it wasn't just so that has worked out really well for me. Especially given that the alternative that my other doctor was pushing was surgery, and right away. I said, I think I need to keep on looking.
Yep. There you go, Mike. There you go.
But it's
Mike,
VAX-D.
Yeah, VAX-D. You said, what is it called?
It's VAX-D. It stands for vertebral axial decompression.
Excellent, man. And for anyone that has low back, maybe want to look into the details with that. And like you said, Mike, if it's really work, you are the testimony that it's working. Without surgery, that may be someone's alternative. So
and the insurance companies like it too because it costs them less money.
That was really good. That was really good, Mike. This is Nitha. I had VAX-D treatment back in 2009. It's just that everybody's situation is different. Back then, insurance companies were not covering it. And it's so ironic to hear you say that those two doctors were interested in doing it, the allopathic doctors, because I had it done from a chiropractor.
Yeah, this was done at the Spine Center that used to be down on Arch Street. But the guy at the University of Pennsylvania wanted to operate quickly. And my daughter's an RN, so I said we got to talk to her because she's going to have to help take care of me. And so when we all talked to him, he said, "Okay, we're going to keep looking."
Yeah. Good choice, man. Good decision. Mike, you sound like you got a stealth testimony to me. Big B, that sounds like a stealth testimony.
Yeah. He just kind of snuck that in.
Hey, he kind of snuck that in. Hey, y'all, just come off of mute and give Mike a hand there for that great testimony.
Encourage the entire family, man. All the time.
If you ever had sciatica, you'll testify easy.
Hey, buddy, you and me three, Michael.
Congrats, Mike. It's been a long
And I do owe you that golf, Doc.
Nice stuff, man. Nice, Mike. Good seeing you again, Mike. All right.
Good seeing you, Mike. This is Mark Kinsey.
Hey, thank you.
All right. And how are we looking up there on the calls there? Because we're about running out of time.
We're running out of time. Yeah. We've got Vanessa, Celia, Upenda, Angel, Calvin, and Haraya and Marie.
Let's get through them. All right.
Okay, Vanessa, real quick.
Hi, Dr. Paul. This is Vanessa's husband.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
And what's your name?
Quincy.
Hey,
okay,
Quincy. All right.
Question. My niece in her 30s is diagnosed with stage 1 bone cancer. What herbs would you recommend, and how familiar are you with soursop tea?
Yeah, soursop is very good. It's definitely a cancer fighter. But when you're dealing with bone density, you have to look for the marrow. So now we have to clean the blood. So definitely an assessment is in order. Is she in the Philadelphia area?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely have her come on in and get an assessment. Therefore, because you got to get your diet together. In most cases, when people are having bone density issues, they tend to also have assimilation issues. So we got to look in to make sure she's receiving the nutrients so that it feeds the body. I'm noticing that a lot of people, when they have these deficiencies, it goes back to the fact that you're not getting the nutrients in so you can feed the body so that your body can regenerate. So that comes with eating and putting them on a decent game plan. So I would say have that first before anything, then we can move forward.
Speaking of that, she's been reluctant to eat.
Yeah, see, that's going to be a problem. See, if you're malnutrition, the body goes into a state of ketosis. When your body's shutting down, it believes you're starving. So now you're not burning carbs no more. You start burning fat for energy, but also that's assimilation issues. So that's why we have a test called the RM3A, and the RM3A can tell you if you're assimilating or not, if the gut is blocked, but also if the pseudomotor is moving, if that sweat gland is moving, if those things are not playing the role, yep, you can have a lot of problems with bone density or a whole lot of other problems. If your heart palpitations, now your blood pressure is out of balance, everything is out of balance. If you're not assimilating, you are literally starving. Okay, so that's why we gotta get with that and then move forward. So water's got to be right. You know, you got to know when to eat, when not to eat, when to rest. You know, so that's why the assessments, when people come in, we put you on point because it's a total assessment of everything, looking at the way you live, the way your life, things you've been told. We're demything a lot of things that you thought were good. And of course, you got to watch this food, y'all. This food is out of control. So that's why the assessments are so important. And that's why I encourage that first before anything. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you, Quincy. All right.
Okay. Real fast now. Let's call Vanessa and then Celia.
And if you're trying to get a hold of me, I just want to throw the number out there for those that may be by phone that are joining us for the very first time. If you need to get a hold of me for a one-on-one assessment, that's Dr. Paul, and that number is 1-877-377-2854. And yes, I am still doing this. I'm still doing that 10% discount for y'all. You know, we're opening up, trying to get you on the RM3A. So we know that from that, better and more information makes more wise decisions. Got it? So give us a call. All right.
Okay.
All right, family.
All right. Now, Celia.
Oh, hi.
Oh, yes. I want to also, before we go to Cecilia, I want to give, is Dr. Eloise still here?
Yes, she was.
Dr. Eloise, you still here?
No, she left.
Oh, she left? Okay.
Okay. She has an Essence of Acupuncture is offering a special for fall wellness. Fall is the time to let it go. Is that what it says on there? 1 hour acupuncture stress release immunity booster treatment for $30. This special ends October the 31st. So go to essenceacupuncture.janeapp.com or call 267-249-5109. All right. Give her a call. She was on here a little earlier.
Yes, she was. She was. And let me remind everybody, Dr. Paul, since you're giving the information, if you want to get access to all this information, get it all on the chat. So send me an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Okay. Because that way, guys, you know, sometimes we just miss stuff, but it's all in the chat and fingers is big kicking. And so we want to make sure that everybody gets access. Please, please, please. If you want a copy, send the email to mechavideo@gmail.com. All right.
Okay, who you got next?
Okay, Cecilia, we're waiting for you.
Okay, am I on?
Yes, you are.
Okay, good. So first of all, good evening.
Good evening.
I wanted to know, well, first of all, since I've been on this holistic journey for the past 2 years, I've been feeling like much better. And
Great.
I haven't seen my doctor in like a year, I think. So,
all right.
Dr. Paul's always saying that we need to know our numbers. I wanted to make an appointment with my doctor, and I wanted to know what numbers I should know and what blood tests I should get, if any.
Well, I mean, you're going to give you a panel, you know, you give blood, and you can also, I always say do blood and urine. That's what I would say. If there's something specific that you're looking for, you know, based on what maybe your past or your history, you can discuss that with your doctor as far as what you want to look for. But I always encourage blood and urine. Okay. and make sure they do that. A lot of people won't do that. I get a lot of people come in and they won't do urine anymore. And I'm like, why are you not doing urine? You should see the urine also. It's very important to see the urine. Okay.
Okay. So that's it. No special kind of blood test. Just
Well, that's what I said. You got to look in what your history is. What is it that you're looking for? Because if you saw what the blood panels and what they can look for, it'll blow your mind. It's
Yeah,
a lot.
that's true.
There's a lot of stuff. So you got to know if there's something specific that's based on your history that
Mhm.
you need to look for, or something that you may be facing, which is really a private matter between you and your doctor. And that's and that person that's going to be doing the test for you to see what it is that you're actually looking for. General, you can say also, I just want a general panel breakdown. Vitamin D, you start to look at the elements and minerals in the body. So many things you can look for. So just kind of have a goal in mind.
okay.
There's
All
a
right.
nurse on here. Isn't there a nurse on here? But anyway, I'm a phlebotomist lab tech. So you want a CBC, your whole blood, and you want a comprehensive and your lipids.
Yeah, you can do a
They can check a lot of
comprehensive
things- They can check a
breakdown.
lot of things through that.
And when you go to the doctors, try to be fasting that morning so
Yes.
that because they won't be able to do a lipid profile if you're not fasting.
Yes.
Right.
Is that the nurse?
Yeah.
That's the nurse?
All right.
Okay.
Yes, usually a chemistry, the complete, maybe a complete blood count, lipid
Yeah.
panel, and
That's
your
what-
urine. And usually you have to find out what your insurance gonna cover too.
Yeah, that's a big one.
especially
That's
nowadays.
a big one. That's what I'm saying, because you seeking, you gotta be very careful, y'all.
They don't
It's
expect
just-
you to know all of that stuff, so they not.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. And you gotta know and then when you search, you gotta know what you get when you get back. You gotta know how
Yeah.
to read them. You gotta know how to read it.
Yeah.
So it probably would not be a bad idea to call your doctor's office ahead of time, a week or so before your appointment. Find out what lab work they plan on doing so that you'll know, and ask them the code numbers that go with those panels. Call your insurance company and see if they cover it. Usually for an annual screening exam, most of it they'll cover, but if they add some additional things, the additionals may not be covered, and you don't want to be stuck with a huge bill.
Exactly. So that's what I was saying. That's why it becomes really, what is your history and what are you looking for? So be careful. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, family.
Thanks,
Boy, I
everybody.
tell you, boy, this family tree, I'm so glad I showed up this evening. Boy,
Well.
it's a lot of smart folks on this line.
I'm glad I came too.
You forgot to talk about the vitamin patches, but I gotta go.
Yeah. The vitamin patches you can do vitamin patches. It depends on what the vitamins are. I'd say castor oil pack. I love the castor oil pack. Do the castor oil, y'all. Castor oil is powerful. It's got everything in it.
Castor
So,
oil patch.
Yeah. We did that. I showed you all the packs, right? Didn't I show it to you about a week or two ago? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you were here.
For somebody that had fibroid, I believe we showed us some kind of patch for fibroids.
Okay. Yeah, we can do a lot of different things. So yes, it depends on, you got to do a spec. You got to look at what are
Wait a
you
minute.
putting?
See, you see, look,
Mm-hmm.
And I need you to email me that list because this new phone does not have email on it yet.
Okay, I got you. Okay. All right, who's next? Because we got to close out a little
Okay,
bit.
Upenda, and then Angel. Upenda?
Okay.
Hi, good evening.
Okay.
I just have really quick questions, just probably two. One of them is the coral calcium that I used to get from Kal. It doesn't seem like it is from Okinawa anymore. Is it still potent? Is it still potent enough for me to drink every day?
What kind do you have? You have
I have the
Cal version, the liquid version, or
no,
powder?
it's powder. It's powder.
Right. You said, yeah.
It doesn't say Okinawa like you had said before when I first started getting it. So they changed it a little bit. And I just want to make sure it's still potent enough for me to be using every day.
Well, let me ask you, the question I would have to you is, what did you notice?
It doesn't have as strong a bite, but it's still like carbonated drink, but it doesn't have like the bite that it
Well,
used
it's
to
not
have.
carbonated, it's not a carbonation.
No. I know, but
Mhm.
that was the best way to describe it.
Okay, I got it. So what you're looking at, yes, we look for those that are in from Okinawa. Now, you may have to make a phone call on that one. Okay, if you
Okay.
don't see it in the literature, you need to make a phone call on that.
Okay.
A lot of companies make different moves. Sometimes they
Mhm.
change it. Sometimes they just don't put it on there. They, people don't think it's important. So you want to probably call, okay, and just find out. And you can find out by just making a quick call. The companies, they usually are very helpful with that. And if not, you can always go to another form. You can always look for something else. I tend to notice that coral calcium, a lot of different ones work very well, but the ones closer to Okinawa tend to be a lot stronger.
Okay.
Tend to be a lot
Okay.
stronger. Yeah.
And
All right.
the other question I had was about to the onion tea. How long is it? How long can we have it in the refrigerator? Like,
Well, actually, you know what? I'm looking at coral. I'm looking at coral calcium right now, powder description, and it says Okinawa source. Mhm.
okay, because it doesn't say it on the bottle, so I was having a little fit.
Yeah, actually look at the very bottom of the bottle. Like where it says 3-day, it says daily. It's like
Yes.
you see the green box, see right underneath of it?
Yes.
What does it say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Not on mine.
It doesn't say Okinawa source right there?
Nope. But my first bottle did, and that's why I was getting ready. I was having.
Yeah, just make a phone call because I'm looking at one right here online that says Okinawa source. So
Okay.
it may have been a printing issue. You never know. Yeah, just give them a call.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now, what was the other question now? Real
The
quickly?
onion tea. I was wondering how long is it? Is it potent?
Oh,
how
remember
long can I
things-
keep it in the refrigerator?
Yeah, remember it runs rancid after a day or two, like a day and a half. I wouldn't let it go past a day and a half. And then when you remember, don't put it in the microwave. You just have to heat it back up. Get your hot pot, or a kettle and keep warming it up. I would just make it fresh every day. That was I always tell people, just make it fresh.
Okay.
Get you a bag of onions and you don't have to put a whole onion in there if you're not doing a whole, lot of it. You can take
Okay.
half of those big ones, like the palm size of your hand, take half. And, and take that and use that. The onion is very powerful. You don't need a whole lot.
Okay.
So I would do that. That's probably what I would do. And just not a day and a half, not past a day and a half.
Okay. Understood.
It's going to have a taste to it, by the way. It's going to have that rancid taste to it. You're going to know it. You're going to know it because many people say, yeah, it don't taste right. Yep, it's running rancid. All right.
And do you do any appointments virtually, Dr. Paul?
Not only because I'm always in the office. I do calls every morning. Every morning I'm on phone calls, probably up to about 10 o'clock. So I'm first thing in the morning, I'm doing phone calls. We have phone consultations all the time. But the virtual ones I had to because it's just too much going on with the virtual because I got to make sure the technology is up to par, and then I'm doing too much moving while I'm talking. So
right. Fair enough.
Give me a call though. We can do a phone consultation. I'll hook you up. Yep, got you good.
All right.
Okay.
Here's my very last thing is that on the soap and salve, it has a little bit of canola oil. Is that all right?
Which one is it now?
It was for the sea buckthorn and the neem soap, and I just wanted to make sure it's okay.
And what does it have in it again?
It has the organic canola oil, and
You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to do it. Yeah, you don't want the canola oil in there. No.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now they trying to say canola
Angel and then
They
Calvin.
try to slide it on in there.
Yeah.
See there?
It's not
Try
even
to
a tree.
slide.
It's not even a tree. Now it's organic.
Come on,
All right.
almost had him. Almost
Dr.
had him. Almost
We're go-
had him.
Angel and then Calvin.
All right, Angel and
Hey.
Calvin.
I had to change my name because my name is Yvette too, and I didn't want
Okay, Yvette.
the other Yvette. But I have a few questions. Dry hair. how do you moisturize? What can you do internally, externally? What's good for that? Low blood pressure, what's good for that? Estrogen patch, what's the pros and cons of that? And that's it.
Okay, so definitely that's a load of questions there. So I can only say with blood pressure, let me try with that with the hardest ones. You need an assessment because it can be multiple things going on. So I would say come on in and get an assessment if you're in the Philadelphia area. Are you in the Philadelphia area?
Well, it's for a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna know, they gotta learn how to eat. You know,
Yes.
whenever you're having pressure issues, diabetes, any chronic disease, you gotta learn how to eat. You got to know how to get yourself into some kind of system, you know, of fundamentals that you can do certain things and not do others. You notice that the people on the call tonight, they're people that say, I used to do this, I used to do that, I used to do this. Everybody, once you learn, we say transformation happens by the renewing of your mind. So you got to change the way you're eating and the way you're doing things, but you got to change your outlook first. Start with an assessment, start there first. Second question you had was
Right
you
here.
were talking about, what was it? Your hair.
Right here.
Hair things that can help with moisturizing would be things like the coconut oils, okay? Coconut non-hydrogenated oils, aloe vera gels, things like that help to strengthen the hair. Castor oil, okay, these are unrefined oils. You say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. These are things that actually help to strengthen the hair. Biotin, of course. Okay. Also, I would say horsetail as an herb. Horsetail. Also, MSM, methylsulfonymethane. MSM is organic sulfur. Those are things that can help strengthen hair, skin, and nails.
But
Got
MSM
it?
is not good for diabetics, right? Because it has a drying effect.
Not necessarily. It can also it can actually, the problem that usually it becomes is that the person is diabetic is not drinking water. If they do it properly, they can balance it, but they gotta drink water. Usually diabetics are seriously dehydrated.
With the aloe vera gel, do you put it in a scalp or just from the root down to the?
You can actually prepare it in a concoction, and then with a glove, you can apply it to the hair and the scalp areas.
And do you wash it out or you leave it in?
You can leave it in for a while, and then some of it only time I would say you have to take it and wash it out is if you were trying to stimulate growth, and that means with something like a cayenne pepper, and then you would have to wash that out. But usually you can leave in those because they absorb through the scalp. So anything like coconut oil, just make sure it's non-hydrogenated though, okay? Non-hydrogenated. Coconut oil, things like aloe vera, tea tree oil, all those are good to stimulate the scalp to give it moisture. Castor oil, I'm gonna put a big plus by that one. Castor oil.
That's pretty greasy though, the castor oil. Do you put it on the scalp as well or just the hair?
That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Keeps
But not the hair itself, just the scalp.
You can put it in the scalp area. That's right. That's correct.
An estrogen patch, the pros and cons.
Estrogen patch, I mean, it depends on what estrogen patch are you using?
It's for a friend again. I don't know.
Yeah.
The doctor is recommending because this individual, she doesn't do a lot of natural foods. It's her food choices, like for
So who is actually recommending this for her or him?
Doctor.
And this is allopathic doctor, the medical doctor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, we don't go those routes. We go different routes. So I would say, I would look at this person's situation and we tackle it from a different angle. We don't, I would have to look at the whole scenario before any recommendations on something like that. Because you're looking at hormones, you're dealing with hormones, with estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, you got an imbalance issues or something going on. You got to look at that endocrine system. What's going on there? What's out of balance? Why is it out of balance? What are they eating? Or how much water are they drinking? So many variables that have to be going back to fundamentals again, fundamentals.
So this person's in South Carolina, so I don't know if she's able to.
Sure, phone call is fine. Phone
Okay.
call's fine. Yep, yep. We can
Yep,
do consultations over the phone.
Free consultation or is it a free one or?
No free consultations right now. You would just basically call in and Ivy or Mulaney will set you up. She'll tell you all the details. Okay?
Mhm.
All right,
All
family.
right, we have Calvin
We got
and then
Calvin.
and Tara, and that's it.
All right, I got you. Did Prophetess leave? Prophetess left
Yeah,
already.
she's
right?
gone.
She had to
Mhm.
leave. She had to leave. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Calvin.
All right,
Hey,
I'll give you
Doc,
some more.
Bill, how y'all doing?
Good man.
What's up, Calvin?
Good. What's a good remedy for a tooth infection?
Tooth infection, definitely I would do something like we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, that's food for the soul. Grab yourself some black walnuts,
Okay.
powder, and golden seal root.
Okay.
Okay, get it in a powder form, put it on like a plate. You can crack open the capsules, put it in a plate, add a little bit of water to make like a paste. Got it? Add a little water just to make a paste. Take that, take a cotton ball, swirl it in there a little bit, put it right in that area where you got that tooth infection. All right.
Okay.
Starts to actually deal with black walnut, pulls like an astringent, also deals with parasitic activity. And of course, the golden seal root, not the herb, the root is
Okay.
actually going to deal with infection.
Okay, because I make my own thieves oil, so I had some cloves. I've been putting that on there. That's been
Yeah,
kinda helpful.
cloves can actually are astringent also. So it's black walnut. You can also add cloves too. You can press the cold cloves, or you can get clove powder. That also is a good astringent also. See, remember what you're trying to do is draw out. You're trying to
Okay.
draw it. So
Okay.
cloves will draw, black walnut will draw, golden seal. Okay, those are the three kind of in that category. They have the same characteristics.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
good
Thanks
stuff.
a lot, Doc.
All right,
Thank
man.
you, Calvin.
You got it,
Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, Tara,
All right.
you're it.
I'll be fast. Hey, Dr. Paul, hi, good evening. What's good for hot flashes? I tried black cohosh and it gave me a yeast infection. And then I had went to the doctor and she's trying to put me on an antidepressant medication. She says it's good for hot flashes.
Yeah, where they
But I don't
going
want
with
to-
this?
I know. I was like, yeah, I'm not depressed. She's like, it's a low dosage. And
Yeah.
the side effects. No.
Yeah,
So
just watch your sugar. Okay, watch your sugar. Okay, watch the sugar. How's the sugar been?
yeah, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, you because that's what usually it is. It comes back to sugar also, because sugar is going to weaken the system. That's when you start any signs of yeast anywhere in the body. That's a sign of too much sugar. That's it. They thrive on that. So if there's anything that is traditionally used also with hot flashes, we would go back to things like Don Quay.
Yeah.
You ever tried Don Quay? Mm-hmm.
No,
Don
no.
Quay, DONQUI. And
Okay.
Don Quay is also in the family. It may also go by the name of Angelica root. Okay, Angelica root. But they're both, well, some say it's different. It's really the same thing. They're used for, again, cleaning the liver, but also balancing the thyroid. And therefore, hot and cold flashes happens with voltage regulation of the endocrine system. So watch that. And remember, you got to curb the sugar. That's what it is. You got to watch the sugar. Sugar throws everything off. Okay, so watch the sugar.
And fried foods.
Fried
Yeah, I
foods.
know.
Yeah, you know the top 10. Y'all know the top 10.
Yeah, but it helped me though, that Don Quay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
One
So
last
give that a
question.
shot.
Dr. Paul.
Okay.
My brother-in-law unfortunately has liver cancer, and he
Mm.
just through his final round of chemo and lung cancer, excuse me. And they said it's nothing else they can do, unfortunately. What do you recommend in terms of him cleaning the all those radiance out of his system in terms of from the chemotherapy and things like that?
Yeah. Yeah. He has to have a game plan. Is he down there he's down in
He's in
another state?
Florida. He's in Florida. Mhm.
Yeah, that would need a consultation, definitely. You know,
Okay.
you got to talk him through it. See, what's happening is he's already made his decision. He made his decision to do the route. And you can see they said there's nothing they can do. But we kind of know that that was nothing going to go that route anyway. We don't recommend those things on those levels. We say regenerate the body from inside. So the lungs has a lot to do with grief. And you got to start to deal with people, not only just the physical level, but the spiritual level. You got it. So you got to deal with strength and getting life back into the lungs again. That's devastating news to tell somebody. But also at the same time, I want to give them encouragement. We say never give up, and if you're breathing, you still got a shot. How about that?
That's right.
So I would say to everything they said, cancel that out, tell them to give me a call and we'll work with them, and keep doing what he got to do. But he's got to start to change his diet and what he eats and, remove the grief and things like that out of your life. And forgiveness is a big one, y'all. I'm not saying that's his situation, but I'm just going to say what forgiveness is huge. When we see a lot of issues with anything dealing with the chest or thoracic of any kind in the chest area, it's a lot to do with grief, holding on to stuff, bitterness, unforgiveness has got to be at the top of the list. So we got to learn to let things go. And then you remember, grief happens when it was so devastating, it took the breath out of me. You got it?
Yeah.
So a lot of the women, when they were finding the women who had breast cancer, had a lot to do with trauma because they were so traumatized by their mate that was either messing around on them, or they found something, or they got their heart broken or whatever. So a lot of this is grief. So we got to deal with all those levels. But assessment is where I would start, Tara.
Excellent.
So,
thank you so
thank
much.
you so much. I appreciate you. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Dr. Paul, again, with all this great information, folks, please want to make sure you want to copy tonight's chat. Send me an email, mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, that's mechavideo@gmail.com. And to continue to support the family tree, use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. Again, $BILMORGAN. If you use Zelle through your bank, that ID is Dr. Paul at drpaulherbs.com. Or use the post office box, which is 191 Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. And everything just works, guys. Bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your enemies, bring everybody.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I want to first say, let's give Big B over there a hand. Big B.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
And also, I want to thank you all. Oh, let's give Prophetess a hand. She's not on
no
here,
doubt.
but I want to say, Prophetess, thank you so much.
All the time.
Hey, fingers. She said,
Yes,
I got
yes.
to bug on out of here. Y'all
Well.
must be too late to pass my bedtime. So God bless her heart. So I thank you so much for tuning in, family. Did you learn anything this evening?
A lot
Did you learn
this evening,
anything?
Dr.
Put your
Page.
hands together if you learned anything.
Yeah, buddy.
I want to thank you so much for tuning in.
learned a lot.
And we say next week, bring somebody. That's not, we don't charge you with anything but the truth. Just go tell somebody.
There
How
you
about
go.
that?
There you
It's
go.
a blessing in somebody else's life and in your life. And remember, be encouraged, because if you're breathing,
You got a shot. There you go. Huh.
All right, we're going to turn the music up. I want y'all to tap it out. We're going to tap it out real quick. Tap it out, tap it out, tap it out. Tap it out, tap it out, tap it out. Yeah, that's right, tap it out. Come on down, come on down, come on down. Come on, Debbie, I see you. Come on, you feeling better, Debbie, over there? All right, I see you. Come on down, come on down. You should do this every day, y'all. Touch yourself, touch yourself. Don't be scared to touch yourself, Big B. All right, go ahead. Touch your head. That's
Never
right.
afraid.
All right, tap, 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 tap. Little cheek on. Go on the other side. Tap, 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 tap. On the inside, turn the hand up, turn the hand up. And breathe, and breathe, and breathe, and breathe. Good, good. Under the collar, under the collar. K27, that's right. That's the kidneys right there. Tap, 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 tap. Come behind the sternum. Good, good, good. Come on the left and the right, left and the right. Come on down. That's right. Tap, 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 tap. What's on the left side? Left side.
The pantry.
Left side. Left side. What's on the right side? Right side. Right
Living
side.
ball brand.
There you go. Thank you, Yvette. Appreciate you. Take breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And let's take it up. Let's take it up. We're going to end with a energy bath. How about that? Yeah. Clap. Good. Clap. Clap. I see you, Nicolia. What you dancing back there? What you doing back there? You got the dog back there? You got everybody back there. Stop. All right. And rub it on down. Rub it on down. Don't y'all feel that energy? All right. Put that in the area where you might be experiencing a little pain. With good intentions, moving on out. Got it? Moving on out. Come on, one more time. Clap. And clap. And clap. Get that energy going. Rub them hands. Get that heat going. Yeah. Good, good. Good. 1 and 2 and 3. All right. And stop. And move the top one. Keep the bottom one still. Y'all feel that energy? Woo. Feels like a big old ball in there. Come on, put it on yourself. Bless yourself. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And thank you for tuning in to the family.
Free, yeah.
Thank you, Big B.
Yeah, buddy.
Again, buddy.
You got it, man. See you on the weekend.
And I want to say, everybody, get up there, take a dance, speaking the dance on the way out of here. All right. Love y'all. I see you, all right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Debbie. I see you. Big B.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.